Bum. Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Today we have a very special with us. Oh, I can't speak. Oh my god, I'm forgetting words. Very special guest with us today, DaiShimaVT, aka Dai. Hello. Say hi.
Hi. You said AKA and you just walk quiet. I'm like, yes, I'm just DaiShima. You know, I'm a magical boy. I do tea streams here on Twitch. I should play lots of Genshin Impact these days. How are you doing on this nice and fine day? Definitely rested, definitely not panicking, I hear, right?
Oh yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
No such thing as stuff here.
Oh no, we don't have scuff. There's VTubers never have scuff. We just known for everything always goes right the first time.
100%. Always.
Yes.
I'm just noticing my chat right now and it's a little scuffed. It's okay. Quick fix. But
exactly.
anyways.
Chat, yeah. We got that tag there. Yeah, chat's under.
Yeah. But while I do that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about you. Bit more, DaiShima. Let's see, so you already did your basic introductions. You play a lot of Genshin, like doing a lot of Gong Fu tea. Can you talk about that more and why you do that?
So Gong Fu tea is a Chinese tea ceremony. There's various tea ceremonies, but essentially what it is you have like a big bunch of tea, you add a little bit of water and you keep rebrewing it over and over. It's just a nice thing to do and drink while you talk. It's inherently, when you do it in person, it's a social thing. For Kung Fu specifically, compared to like Japanese tea ceremonies, it's more about the social part of it and chatting than it is about the ceremony, which doesn't matter as much. Like, which is cool. It's more like just have vibing. It's just vibing. That's all it really be.
Yeah, sounds cool. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Should I try that sometime? Do you ever do that IRL or just on your streams?
I've never done it IRL, but I live in Burgerland. If you go to cooler countries, you can definitely find places to do it IRL. And if you could probably, I don't know if you'd be able to have it in Japan, but you can get a tea ceremony in Japan. But like, depending where you are, if you saw someone do it properly, probably fun. It's just I wouldn't trust tea particularly anywhere in the States unless it's like boba, but you know.
Why not?
Boba is like hard to screw up. It's milk and sugar. It tastes good.
I see.
Whereas Kung Fu is literally like it's plain tea. So if you don't brew it correctly, it's gonna taste bad. And America likes to overbrew stuff or otherwise, or use Wallaby tea. It's fine.
Do you have any suggestions as to how we should brew our tea?
I mean, if you want to do, like, if you're doing like Western style, just make sure, like, you can just get these little basket things you put in and you brew for like 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes for black tea, and you pull the tea out. Those are probably the easiest way for most people. Because you don't really want to, like, you don't leave the tea in the whole time unless you're doing something called grandpa style brewing, but it's just follow the brewing instructions or whatever. When you buy tea, usually to be brewing instructions and use enough tea. Usually they'll have it on there. That's probably the best thing to say. Sometimes
I'll just put the leaves and milk in a cup, in a mug, and put it in the microwave.
Oh, don't microwave the tea! No! No, you can microwave the, like, if you are a savage who does not have a kettle. Okay, you can't really kettle milk, to be fair, but it just microwave the tea. Microwave the milk and add the tea leaf. Don't microwave it with the tea leaf in. No.
But it's the most efficient that way.
Oh no! Don't do that. No. No.
I don't know. I think it tastes pretty good.
Well, you can say it tastes good once you drink some water.
No. No water here. If I do drink water, it's only going to be from my moldy water bottle.
No, drink. You don't. You can microwave. You shouldn't microwave your water or milk and heat it up. I mean, okay, milk may be a little more acceptable because it's hard to. Most people don't want stuff to heat up milk, but like, don't put a leaf in there when you're heating it up. Oh, but yes, hello everyone. This is see cheesecake. I think I recognize cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Yeah, cheesecake is her name.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the food for a second. I got so confused. I was like, cheesecake with tea? Is that what we're talking about now? Oh, yeah. Desserts with tea is the best. Oh.
I finally, okay. So I usually don't have snacks during my Kung Fu tea stuff, but I finally started to because I was given some Pocky. That's how you say it. So I was like, okay, I'll have that during it. It is nice. I just am not the one to ever spend money on that. What? But it's nice to have snacks if you have it. It's just like, I normally just eat before and then after.
Was that the first time you tried Pocky?
I've had it. No, I've had it before. A while ago. I mean, it's essentially all Pocky is just like thin cookie stuff with like, the frosting stuff on top of it. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. But like, it's good. But like, it's not anything crazy. But Pocky's good.
It is. It's one of my favorite snacks. I like the strawberry one.
I have the cookies and cream one, which is literally just a Hershey's like white chocolate bar melted over it.
Well, I've seen those before. Yeah, those are good too.
Yeah, it's good. Probably more cheaper to just buy the bar of white chocolate, but then you just end up eating like 1,000 calories of chocolate. So,
Okay. Anyways, but since you love tea so much, I assume that's what inspired your design, Magical Tea Boy?
Yes, so my design here was based off of cooking and tea, not just tea, but we also did cooking, which is where the spoon wand is from, which I guess I can put that. I'm gonna have. Let me see if it's layered correctly. Is it gonna show? Oh no, I have myself there too. Yeah, but I have my wand is a little cooking wand. But yeah, don't worry about the little meat on there. It's fine.
Just holding yourself.
Or here. Yeah. I mean, just tip myself in some tea, guys. It's fine. But yes.
Then it can be extra tasty.
No. No. Oh, jeez. No. It's just... Yeah. Tea and cooking. The thing is, tea for design is really hard. Because if you think of, like... Because we did a whole Kiripon, I did a whole character design from, like, Magical Boy. I did tea and cooking. That's what I went for. I didn't have any references for her, really, other than, like, let's go some characters. I didn't have a sketch for anything. I paid for character design stuff with that in mind. But it was like... We couldn't do tea bags because I don't like tea bags. And it's really hard to do tea aesthetic without that. Like, okay, there's boba, but we weren't going to do boba. It's just like, what you have left is like the colors of tea. It gets hard. She managed to pull it off, but it's not easy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, but your designers did a great job. You look great.
Yeah, I've been really happy with design. Like, a lot of times when I'll like commission someone or otherwise, like they'll be really happy with their piece, because I'm sure you know this as well. Whenever you work with like a character that says like a good design, your own art will look better for it. So I'll see my own art if I go back a year later or whatever, it's still like their featured piece showing up. But yeah, it's just she did a really good job on the character design. I also this model I'm using right now is not from Kiripon, it's from a different artist, because my model from Kiripon has had delays and stuff, but she would finish the character design at least in time, and eventually we'll get it. It's fine. There's delays. Delays are always a thing.
Yeah, it's common sometimes here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, you want to ask about some other stuff, or
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to continue on that topic though?
Not particularly. I think we covered it for the most part.
Alrighty. So who are your biggest inspirations for VTubing, and what inspired you to become a VTuber?
Okay, so as far as like who inspired me to become a VTuber, there's two different people who, not so much just watching him and copying what he did, but like, oh, I can do that. There's two girls from South Africa. One's called Kintania. I don't know what her full name is because she changed it. And the other one is Nekarine. Both of them, they started up a little over 2 years ago, when the early of the EN boom. And I was like, I saw them going, it's like, oh, if these crazy girls, you know, were able to do it, you know, I can probably do it as well. So I kind of did. I mean, a lot of us had some sort of thing, depending on when you started, of like, oh, if they did it and they're not with a company or anything, which I'm indie. I wasn't mentioned. Doesn't particularly make a huge difference, but like, oh, they were able to do it by themselves. I can do it by myself as well. So just kind of did. I could go down with like, oh, I know who inspired them, but really, that's just like, I just tried it. But that was an era at the time. A lot of people were like, oh, people are VTubing, I should try as well. That was just how it was about 2 years ago. That's why a lot of VTubers came up. Because I know you started 6 months ago, but 2 years ago was crazy.
I see. Have you ever considered streaming before? Being VTubers before?
Yes, but I always been the thing of like, I want to live alone before I did it, because I lived with my brother for a while. It's like, I just never felt comfortable streaming when I was with other people around, and with my sleep cycles probably would have been terrible. But now that I moved to my own place right at the start of the pandemic. I did not immediately start streaming. I was a little burnt out what I used to do. I did nothing for literally a year. And then eventually VTubing started becoming things like, oh, I'll do that. So, and I've just been here in my 1-bedroom apartment, not touching grass. Actually, they got rid of the grass outside. My apartment removed the grass. There is no grass to touch. So, you know, it's fine. Don't touch.
It's okay. I don't have any grass to touch near here too.
Like, oh, there's no water, no more grass for you.
None at all.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, I don't even remember the last time I touched grass. Like, actually touched grass.
I think legitimately for me, it was because I do go out so rarely because he what's the term, hikikomori or whatever. But like, I used to be a NEET, but now I have streaming. But no, like last time was probably before they removed the grass in my apartment, because you used to have grass and you watered it in a desert, which is crazy. But now we have rocks.
It's cheaper that way. It's cheaper that way.
It's honestly better. It was kind of dumb. They literally use so much water for. I don't get really. It's just.
Would tea count as grass?
No. Well, I did have a tea that suspiciously sounded like weed, because it literally was called Taiwanese grass. Like I had something. That's what it's called. It's just on label Taiwanese grass. And it was just a green tea, but yeah. No. Tea would not be a grass. It's basically a leaf.
Leaf.
But you can make grass into some terrible herbal tea, because herbal tea is merely any other plant made of hot water. That's what herbal tea is, just any plant. So coffee is an herbal tea, in theory.
oh, the coffee enthusiasts are not gonna like that one.
By strict definition, it is. It's an herbal tea that has it definitely has its own characteristics of like people actually caring about it, and like specifically getting beans are good, and compared to if you're compared to, you know, a lot like lemongrass, a lot of other ones, oh, it's just any lemongrass is fine or whatever. But like coffee is just like tea is. People are specifically like, oh yes, we're gonna like breed it. I don't know what term is for grow these specific ways or otherwise. Where like mint, you put in a pot and it grows. Mint tastes the same pretty much wherever, because yeah. But which is probably why they would say it's not herbal tea, but like technically.
Technically.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. I'm really feeling a little sad onto that.
Ooh.
I do want to say, before not related, so right before we started streaming, I spilled the nearly full cup of water on my keyboard. It's actually already dried out.
Already?
It was rubber dome. Yeah, it's fine. I turned it over. It's like, oh, it is dry. Those rubber dome keyboards, guys, they are tanks.
Oh my god.
I did not even unplug it. It's fine. Yeah. I did call it. It's coffee. By strictest definition, is herbal tea. Because it is a plant you put in hot water, and you get a liqueur out of it. And it's not a plant that is not Camellia sinensis. So everything else is technically herbal tea. Technically. It's like way different. Like realistically, it's way different. But, you know.
I'm going to say that to my friends.
Yeah. At the high end of the tea community and the coffee community is fairly similar. There's a lot of like crossover where you start caring about like the temperature and like in high-end coffee you can give to any random person that's never had coffee before and it'll taste good. High-end tea the same way. Cheap tea, you know, like go to Starbucks, like, oh, it tastes burnt and tastes like shit. But it's same thing of like cheap tea. You have someone's like, oh, it tastes bitter, it tastes like shit. Like, but the high end from both of them, they're not really. There's not really an acquired taste once they're like made to like how properly, essentially. But it's fine. You can have you can like cheap tea. It's just more of a or cheap coffee. It's an acquired taste, which is fine.
Is it really fun though? Does it sound fun to you?
Dude, if you like what you're drinking, what am I gonna do? Tell you to stop?
Yes, like, that's exactly what you need to do.
As long as I'm not paying for it, I don't really care.
You need to be the most bitter person out there and say, hey, your taste in tea is absolutely trash. You need to change it right now. Do everything I say. You can have your own preferences.
There's so many different ways to make tea. It's actually, there's a ton of different ways to make tea. It's because there's just thousands of years of history in it. Like, actually, don't know when coffee started, but tea's definitely older.
Mm.
But yeah, it's fine.
Definitely prefer the taste to tea over coffee.
Yeah, it's good because your taste is more the Western of like adding flavors to it and such. When tea's really good for that, you'll get a bit your some sort of cheap tea base, and you'll add like milk into it and various flavors. And tea's like really good at complementing that.
Mm.
You can go high end and get like just the tea that will taste like you get chocolatey teas and stuff. They're just naturally like that. But for you, it's like let's add some chocolate syrup.
Yeah, make it super sweet. All good. Yeah, there are some boba shops out there. I know there's one in Southern California that are really into how they roast or make their tea, right? And then they'll explain their whole process to you. It's kind of crazy, but it's also like $9 a cup.
I'm gonna be honest. Unless they are importing, if they're roasting the tea themselves, if they're growing the tea themselves in somewhere in California, it's not gonna be good tea. And if they might be saying they're acquiring high quality tea, but if they're saying they're roasting it somewhat themselves, it's probably not good.
I see.
It's probably just a rip-off. I mean, it might be better. It's probably better than the comparable boba shop, but like.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's a bit better, but
they don't have the literally generations of experience if they're roasting themselves to how to do it properly. But like, there's a reason that China and like Japan are so well known for tea. It's like they've been doing that stuff for like so long. It's not really documented. There's not really science like done on tea a ton. There's a lot of it on coffee, not for tea. It's just like, yeah, we have this family recipe. It's not really like that, but like it's like my father's father did it this way, and I do it too. We don't write it down. Tea's just It's a lot. It's an artisan craft, which hopefully will change. But like, just write stuff down. Yes, I believe you also wanted to talk to also about like advice as well, but like, did you? We guys, we had no. We basically started streaming without any proper plans. If you guys are curious, if you guys are asking,
I do have a list of things.
Okay, you do have a list of things.
Yeah,
I've done interviews. I've done interviews where I was like, you know what? I'll just freeball it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the tea talk. Don't worry about that. But I'm just
yeah.
It is your whole thing, so might as well.
Fair.
Talking about tea, basically talking about you. Close enough.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, Kuro. I've done enough of these to recognize that. Anyways, yeah. I believe we want to talk about. We also have your whole list there. We want to talk about just in general of like. I mean, I've been streaming for. If I had not picked up sub sort of stuff over 2 years, that would be kind of amazing, honestly. Because. Yeah, it's too much to write down. It is. Just it's sort of it's like, you just do it this way. It's fine. You just yellow that tea. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. We can go ahead and move on to our next subject, which is about becoming a successful streamer. Do you consider yourself a successful streamer?
I'm at least established to a point. It depends on where you define successful. Successful, it would probably be when you're making like, excuse me, when you're making income that you'd be able to survive off of. I would say that would be successful as like making into a career. Usually that'll happen sometime after you're at partner size or equivalent. Like if you're on YouTube, it'd probably be around the same sort of dealio. So after, when it becomes like a real income, I would say that'd be successful. Like you can be on the route to success. Like it's very clear, like someone's like, oh, they're doing well, they're growing. But if we're like a business, for a business to be successful, they need to be in the green, not in the red. So you need, I have actually made more from VTubing than I've spent, but which actually is, that's more than a lot of people can say, but it's still, I still would not consider quite there. I think I'm definitely on the right route, especially recently. Ever since I got on this live TV model, I've about doubled my follower size in like 3 months or so, which is kind of crazy. Like yeah. I got to like 2K-ish on Twitch. And then shortly after, I got to live TV model, and I quickly get to 3K. And about a month or so after that, I got the 4K, which is kind of insane. Like I really started to properly grow. Like I've seen people do that from the get-go. It doesn't like, you don't have to be worried about if it doesn't happen to you immediately. I mean, you'll hear content sales all the time. Like, oh, it's not gonna. Some people will pop off immediately, and some people will be later. And really, what it comes down to is the people that pop off immediately. It's not that they're necessarily more talented or anything. Usually, is they got lucky in the first thing to try to end up working. It just worked. And content creation is all about trying something, and it's trying things until you find something that works. You could improve your quality of your stuff otherwise, but it really is like, oh, you get to keep trying stuff. It's like until something sticks. And for me, see, I knew what it was, but then I stopped doing it because my thing was Genshin for a while, and I was doing well, and I stopped during the first anniversary of Genshin. I legitimately think I would have had a partner if I would have stuck with it, but like, it's just, you need to find whatever works for you. But recently for me, my T-shirts have also finally on their own been able to do well. For context, if you guys, I think any streamer, I've been averaging like 30 plus followers, or not 20 to like 35 followers per stream, which is kind of stupid. And even if you're not necessarily like popping off immediately after, like getting a bunch of average viewers immediately, growth at all like that, it's like, oh, you're definitely doing something right. And you have to keep trying different, YouTube, TikTok, everything. It's all about trying something until you consistently see something that works. That's all it is. That could take you a year. It could, for some people, be the first day. And I'm just got to keep doing it. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I don't know.
I know that you said you just need to keep on trying different things until you find something that is successful for you. But do you have any other recommendations as to how you can find your niche?
Find something you enjoy. It also has to be. You need to. Okay, you could be really unlucky if you don't do something you don't enjoy, because it's possible you'll get something that's good for you and you don't enjoy, and that won't, people will know you don't enjoy it, and it won't be less, because you might be able to fake it for a little bit, but you'll not be able to fake it forever. It's like if you force yourself to play, I don't know, Roblox because Roblox did well for some reason, but then you're like, oh, but I'm an adult, why am I playing Roblox? But like, actually, no, people do, but it's fine. It's just make sure you enjoy what you're doing. That's really the most important thing, because people can tell. It's real. Just enjoy what you do. Don't be a depressed little bear on stream.
Yeah, definitely. Your own enjoyment is definitely #1 priority.
Yeah, there's like specifics of like each platform and stuff, but like really it does go down to like there's a meta to every platform and you can figure that out. But then it still all goes down to trying stuff. Also, TikTok is sucking right now, but
Want to talk about TikTok? Oh my god, I'm so excited to talk about TikTok.
I mean, sure. You want to talk about TikTok?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it.
TikTok's audience is interesting in that it's very obvious that although the platform is fighting against you, the platform generally prefers you to reuse sounds and make lazy content. Now, as a content creator trying to promote yourself for other stuff, you want to post clips, but then until you get to the majority of the time, they're not going to like, TikTok audience is not going to super like clips. Now, YouTube Shorts audience likes it, but TikTok's audience does not. Most of the time, you could try it. It also seems that editing, unless you make it really good, does not. If you're editing it, you need to make it so you're adding stuff on screen happening every 2 to 3 seconds. Like adding subtitles is the only reason to add subtitles is to have something changing on screen. Having it accessible, as much as it sucks, isn't the important part. It's having stuff changing on screen for their brains to keep the attention span. Like, there's a big TikTok person I see that has legitimately, I don't know if you ever see that weird robot cat, whatever TikTok person, I don't know what his name is, but there's always weird crap going on in his background as he just talks over it. And it's just having a bunch of stuff going on if you're going to have any editing. Otherwise, just use join combo and crop it well on there and just put it out there, because there is no middle ground. It's not worth the effort. Mm-hmm. It's not a platform. Short form content is not a type of content that's supposed to be high effort unless you go all the way. Like, don't spend an hour on a 12-second thing unless you figure out a way to, if it's for like keeping people's attention the whole time. It's just it just be, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and there's the amount of don't use too many hashtags on TikTok. That's the TikTok's meta stuff where you have to figure out how that platform's currently, because it's always changing. Oh, hello, Raiders.
Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Right now we're doing a interview with DaiShima.
Oh, hold on. I can give him a little bigger. Oh, that's too big. I'll go here. Hello, Raiders. Let me show you my best side of me. Here you go, Raiders. Hello, Raiders.
Oh, so majestic.
Hold on, we got it here.
Oh, and the cat ears. Even better. Oh.
This is giant head that's almost the size of your body. Oh no.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you really rock the bald look. Not everyone can pull that off.
Yeah. I got that good skull or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Really got that shine.
Oh yeah. You just. Yeah, I honestly, for my advice. Okay, here's the thing. What I'm gonna say, very important. This can change next week, but currently, although you should still just repost stuff to other platforms, currently the platform that matters the most for content creators and streamers is YouTube, as far as short form content. So post that. I don't know. It looked like you weren't. You haven't been posting on YouTube, right?
Not really. No.
You should. Although you should have a separate channel for VoDs. Because VoDs don't have good engagement rate. You can look up. Have Kuro look that up, but I'm pretty sure it's still the case of VoDs have terrible engagement, so you're supposed to have a separate channel for your normal videos and your short YouTube shorts. But with YouTube shorts, you can go into your people making clips, and you just put on you use join combo or any other things, and it does well on YouTube. Honestly, like YouTube likes clips. It's good. But like TikTok's they're currently bad. A lot of big people like really because like this is not good right now. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
You can definitely see the difference between TikTok and YouTube Shorts, because sometimes we'll post clips onto the Tomo Pulse channel instead for Shorts, and it'll be crazy because sometimes they'll get thousands of views, and then on TikTok it'll get like 10.
Oh, so you do have you're doing shorts. It's just on your shared channel. That's fine then. That's for you guys to figure out how you want to do that. That's fine. But YouTube's good. I'll see for me, especially my Genshin content. Like, the way I do it, and it's the way a lot of stress for all people, because it's not really a good way. Because YouTube categories are bad. If I either post something as a video game category, and then with the game, or if it's anything else, it's still a video game for blank. The category for the gaming is going to be blank. Because the closest thing a VTuber is going to be to the gaming community. Even if you're doing art, you're still closer to the gaming community than you are whatever the hell entertainment is. But like, YouTube categories are just bad. So I always just use the gaming category on there. Even if it's art or tea. I'm not sure the best way to go about that, but that seems to be working. I blame YouTube.
Yeah, if it works, it works.
It works. Yeah. You can also, yeah, like I have the Genshin ones. I'll see you get like 3K views in like half an hour or whatever. Sometimes, and then it'll stop getting views or whatever. Like, and then on that same thing on TikTok, we get like 50 views or 100 views or 200 views. And like Instagram, maybe will get like 3K views. Instagram Reels can be okay too, but
Instagram, really?
Yes. Okay, not as much anymore. You kind of missed the boat, but there is it's just still kind of doing it. I still kind of suggest it. Instagram Reels, you just repost. Okay, you get your TikTok, you go to like Snapped, or okay, it kind of broke for me, but like you just repost the same thing to Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. Without the watermark. Just make sure you don't have the TikTok watermark on there, because there's either you just upload the original to photos as well, or rip it in a way it doesn't have the watermark. But yeah, just make sure you don't have the watermark.
Yeah, I've seen TikToks being reposted on Reels, and they do really well, but I almost never see VTuber ones. Oh
yeah, it's just you're just not on the right side of it, probably. Yeah, a lot of us are just reposting our stuff. And
Nice.
I have one, my most viral video is on Instagram Reels. I have a video reel in there has almost 700,000 views.
Oh.
Which is, yeah. I have another one, it's not just one, I have another one has like 70 or 80,000 views on Instagram Reels. Now that was a while ago, they've changed their algorithm a little bit, but because it's nearly zero effort for me to repost to there, and I don't care that much, it's worth doing. There's a lot of things in short form content. It's worth doing if you're able to not have high effort.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ever do YouTube content, like real YouTube content, that's high effort, but it's also high reward. But short form content is currently in the phase of like very effort, but that's how you're supposed to do it. It's like early YouTube, if you remember that. Early YouTube was very low effort, but it was fine because everyone was low effort.
Mm-hmm.
Well, majority of people. You just got to pump that content out, essentially.
Put it out every
but
day.
it also allows you, yeah. You want to do daily content for a lot of the short stuff, because the algos like it and stuff. But that's also why it's not going to be high effort, because it's expected to be daily. Compared to like YouTube used to be that way on the normal videos, but now everyone's moved to like weekly or otherwise, and the quality's gone up and then standards gone up. It's just been like that.
Mm.
The higher effort stuff is probably healthier, but they remember that the industry is going to keep changing. Just be ready, just any advice you get on any sort of content creation is always going to be different a month from now or otherwise. It's just how content creation is. Everything's always changing. The meta will always be changing. Yeah, which I don't think people really realize that. They'll find guides from 2 years ago and it's like, no, that stuff's garbage now.
They're old, outdated. Don't listen to those boomers. Zoomers are
that's how everyone that's why everyone ended up using Streamlabs. They found some old YouTube guides and it's like, no. I'm glad that people eventually moved to OBS normal, but the early YouTubers, a lot of them use Streamlabs because they wouldn't listen to the rest of us. Like, please don't.
I used to use Streamlabs. Now I use OBS.
It's so bad. It doesn't have Streamlabs doesn't have plugins.
It's awful. But it looks pretty.
I don't agree that it looks pretty. But
really?
like, that's fine. I think it looks. I know what this type of interface is. It's for more of a function, because I can't. Okay, it removes options, so it makes it look easier to use, but it's not because they removed. It's just.
I definitely agree. It's the switch to OBS is so much better. It takes some time, but it's so worth the effort.
Yeah, this is the only good option now. Maybe someday it'll be something better, because OBS is far from perfect. There's issues with it.
Ooh, head pats.
That's good for now. Yeah. Oh, so there's a head pat behind my head. Are you scratching your back of my head?
I don't know where that's from. I only have 2 on my screen, but I don't know where the third one is. It's just there.
It's just there.
Getting back scratches too. Double the fun.
Oh yes.
Anyways, I know that we've also talked about TikToks, short format videos, but what else do you think contributed to your growth? Do you think it was mainly from those short videos?
It depends. Okay, so I don't think I haven't gotten too much direct growth yet from those. I've gotten small amounts. Legitimately. Ever in the last like 3-4, whenever I switch over to this live team model, all that growth has been direct from Twitch, which is crazy, but like that's the reality of it. But the thing is, I did pretty well, and even before I was like at like 2K. That's still doing well, but it's a world difference where I'm now. Where when I got to the live stream model, I now have gone to the point where my thumbnail is good. my click-through, the only thing that changed really was my click-through rate is really good now. So almost every time I hit recommended, which by the way, you hit recommended too, I guarantee it. Everyone does. When it's just less like you get more when you're higher viewer count, but I'm sure you're hitting as well every so often. But when you get to a certain when someone like sees my thumbnail and they see my cheeb, they will click it. And then I'll ask them how they found me, and they say they got recommended, and they say they saw my chibi. They literally are clicking my click-through rates. They're clicking it immediately when they see my chibi. It's like, yeah, like there's so much stuff you need to think of, which is you normally, if you ever get into YouTube content creation heavily, you'll be told a lot about need to work on your thumbnails to make the click-through rate better. But that's actually a thing on Twitch, and people ignore that completely. But it's actually important if you want to. The people who pop off and grow directly, which is what I'm currently doing, and growing directly for Twitch, because all my other platforms are honestly not doing terribly well. You need to think about that sort of stuff, like how is this going to look? Because like as an artist, a lot of artists will not start their sketches off. They'll start sketches off stream so that they don't have a blank canvas. Or they'll put finished art pieces on the left and right side of the stream. I know Oro does that. One of my friends who has a partner does art. He basically just has this gallery of finished art pieces on the left and right. So people will see those, oh my god, look at amazing art piece, and click that. So honestly, that might be the most important thing for Twitch streamers. Is like there's actually a good algorithm on or otherwise for recommending people. Most people don't think about their thumbnails at all. And or even worse, this is why a lot of Vroid VTubers, and I'm sorry, it's copium if you say otherwise, because I had a 3D model, even if it's a good one, do not as well out directly from Twitch, is because people don't want to click those thumbnails. Unless you can have a good 3D model, it's possible. It's just people, the audience, anime weebs, which is a lot of our audience, have always hated YouTube. You can have live thumbnails for streams. That is true, and I make thumbnails I wish I could use as a live thing on Twitch, but it's a good thing that you can't, because every time a platform gives tools to make something easy like that, then that's just gonna be the bare minimum you have to do. I'm doing that sort of on Twitter, but if Twitch allows us to change the thumbnail, it would mean that we would be required to keep up with the Joneses to do that, which for me it'd be fine because I'm already doing it. But for everyone else, it would get worse for everyone else. It would help me, sure. Twitch, you want Twitch to help me? Sure, do that. But you have to realize repercussions of that sort of thing, because you would have to use the feature. I mean, sure, actually, it'd be good for me to do it. Yeah. I think you guys I think I've seen you guys make thumbnails as well, so you'd probably find too.
Yeah.
But the average Twitch streamer does not make thumbnails. They'd be actually screwed by that, because then you would see like our thumbnails compared to theirs. Like, you can also go back. I don't know if you do it. You can add your thumbnails to your VoDs afterwards. It's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything because Twitch VoDs don't matter, but
just a neat little thing.
It looks pretty. But yeah, Twitch VoDs I think only matter for long highlights if you ever do like an endurance stream. Otherwise, that should be on YouTube, because Twitch allows us to have 48-hour long video VoDs. YouTube maxes at 12. Well, unless you live stream on YouTube, then I believe there's caveat it can go longer on YouTube, but then you have to live stream on YouTube. But
it's YouTube. Yeah, I think I've seen people like split it into several videos for endurance streams.
Yeah, you have to do 12 hours on YouTube, which is long. But I've done a lot of 36-hour and 40-hour streams, more so 36, and you just have to. You don't want to just cut it up by 12 hours. You also want to like, oh, there's a BRB screen, which I switched to doing Oh yeah, the lo-fi vid was like some out of a year or like yeah, and it was taken down. But that wasn't a VoD. Yeah, that was just concurrent stream. That was not a VoD. I don't know what YouTube's max VoD saving length is. It's not forever, but I know it's longer than 12 hours. It might be 20. Which in that case, Twitch is actually better because you don't have to worry about it not saving at least the original VoD. It just disappears after. After in September, it's going to go to 7 days for VoDs. Just FYI, if you haven't heard. So it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, y'all 7 days to download those VoDs. Unless you get Turbo or Prime. Actually, does Turbo give it to you? Don't know.
That's a bit odd.
Yeah, it's a bit of. And you know what? You push. It gets the ability to push people more towards YouTube. So I don't think it's really a bad thing.
Mm.
But they're doing it because they don't want to spend for the storage. It's a money cost saving measure. It's dumb. But I don't think it's really that big of a deal. It's just you have to be on that stuff. You have 7 days to download VoDs.
Mm-hmm.
You can also record locally, but
that's.
I mean, I have all my stuff saved locally. The only reason I don't record locally is I have a AMD graphics card that doesn't really recording doesn't really work on it because it's AMD, and I can't really record and stream because I've tried, it doesn't work for me.
I see.
If I get a new graphics card, I'll be able to do it. But like, I just download my VoDs. I have Gigabit, and yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I believe you guys all just upload directly to YouTube, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Does it
let you pick from a template on YouTube when you do that? I don't think I've used it.
Template? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because when you upload to YouTube to directly video, it gives you a drop down like we'd like to copy a previous video for all the description stuff.
Oh.
It probably doesn't let you.
Oh, I don't know. My manager does it for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
You make. That's not a bad thing to offhand to someone else. That's fine. Well, you can have someone else do VoDs. I'm not sure if it does that. Oh, not when you export it? That's so lame. Okay, see, that's such a. If you have fast enough internet, that means downloading it first is faster. Interesting, YouTube. Interesting, because having it pre-set up. So if you upload to YouTube, it'd be like, would you like to? You can go and copy the whole description, the category of the game, all the information from another video. So you just find the other Minecraft video, you did the same thing, copy it, be exactly right. You edit a little bit, edit the title, and you're done. Yeah. Oh, whatever. That's on. I don't know who's to blame on that, YouTube or Twitch, but that's really weird that you can't. Whatever.
Every time you say whatever or it's fine,
it's just me dying inside. It's me upset at some company. I'm like, you can't do anything about it.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of quality of life issues, and as a content creator, you have to deal with them, or you'll just, you'll just go crazy and be like, ah.
Oh no.
Oh, here, I'll take off the hat so this doesn't clip. Here we go. Oh, actually, my Hoj is actually still clipping, but.
Oh, there you go. No, you're just regular anime boy.
Yes.
No longer magical tea boy.
Make yourself a little.
Oh.
You're not. No, I'm not cutting off. No, I'm just
perfect.
like.
You're just ahead.
I'm just. Checker.
Mm.
You're getting messages. But yeah. So we have that. You have any other? We can move on to something else. We covered that.
Yeah. Oh man. So I know that you do a lot of long endurance streams. What do you typically do to prepare for them, and how do you find the energy for them?
Let me go back first. So generally, the only thing I really find actually is really important for just in general is you make sure you need to eat enough food, and to do that, I make a bunch of food before, like the day before, like my any long endurance stream, which I've done when it's just for like 36 hours. I stay up for that 36 hours and a stream. All this, what I've generally been doing is calzones because they heat up well and stuff. So I'll make that fresh. Make some pizza dough essentially. Yeah, I make it myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pizza dough isn't that hard to make. You need some flour, some yeast, and sugar, and it's not that hard.
It's yummy.
Yeah, so I make my own dough. It's also really good because it's homemade. Yeah, I just do that. Make it in my oven on my pizza steel, and then put them on a bunch of individual plates. Open in the fridge. It's probably fine. And then all they do is whenever I'm hungry, and you need to eat them. One of the things I've also seen a lot of people, even like, you go on like a 10-hour, slightly long, like a 10-hour stream, you start to get tired, or even for you, maybe, you might just be eating enough food. Honestly. Like, I'm not telling you to do these like 24-hour streams, but like if you're getting tired during streams, you might just not be eating enough or drinking enough water.
No, that's
I know.
It's
probably like I've had times where usually during the streams I'm starting to feel tired, and I was like, oh, I'm just hungry. I'll eat some food, drink some water, I'm fine. And I've watched other people do long streams, and I'll ask them, oh, he had food. It's like I'll tell them to eat some food, drink some water, and then immediately after they'll be awake again. It's weird, but it's definitely true. And you don't need to do those long streams, but that same thing will extrapolate down to, slightly long, like 12-hour streams. Most people eventually will do a 12-hour stream when, just things just start going long. I don't necessarily suggest doing a 30, like the true endurance 24 hours, 36-hour stream. There's nothing you really get out of it outside. It's cool to see your audience from basically a bunch of different time zones. And then you'll have that one person who tries to stay up with you, but yeah.
They just fall asleep. Bye-bye. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll raid when it's like at 2 a.m. in the morning if I'm streaming that late, and some of my viewers are asleep. So when I accidentally like raid someone who's like super duper loud, right, playing, I don't know, like an FPS game or something like that, they wake up, they're like, Claudia, why'd you do that?
Oh, I'm sure that's okay. I don't generally raid into people that are super like loud, but like I know that people fall asleep. I know that people, like if you're a lot of chill streamers like I generally are, like they'll watch me, and I guess I don't know. Okay, I can't fall asleep in a chair, but maybe they're in bed. You know what to call me?
That's it for me.
You got called out there, yeah. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. You play FPS games, so it makes sense you'd have loud people to raid into.
Yeah.
That crowd is like that.
Yeah, it's sometimes it feels like a horror game. Oh man, FPS games, horror games, same thing, different format.
Yeah. It's, I don't know what the point of the whole thing was anymore, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we started on that conversation on that line of thought, but yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, I was just thinking back for a second. I was like, wait a minute, what were we talking about? But during streams, eting, yes. Do you ever eat in between?
Yeah. Just eat food. Swear. Actually, I've had. I think most people. There's always that VTuber people know that they have a routine to remind them to eat. Don't get to that point, at least. But yeah, and I was like, yeah, just make sure you eat properly before stream, and then if you need a snack, a lot of people can get their mics set up good enough where you could probably eat on stream and it not get picked up. Mine's like that. Or at least eat before and after stream properly and drink some water. Yeah, you too. Proper hydration.
But my boba. Yeah, that's definitely something I need to work on. Drinking water more often, and then
Do you have
been eating before stream.
Is the reason if the reason you don't like water if it doesn't taste good, you might just need to get a water filter.
Water. I do have one. It's just I get too lazy.
Oh, okay. So you know you don't like water. You're just lazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can get one of those really big water filters. If it's like a gallon or something in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have one, and you only have to fill it up like every other day. It wasn't how much people live with you, but like.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
If you use one of those Brita, like the pitcher ones that the free fill constantly, I understand you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have that one. It's.
Oh, those are pain. I actually understand where it comes from now. Yeah, those are pain.
Yeah, I also have a roommate, so we both use it, and it just drains so quickly.
That's not enough. There's these big water dispenser ones that be better suited for you guys. They're much bigger. You just need a bigger water filter. You can drink more water. Stay hydrated.
No. No. Yeah, I also have like this super gross moldy water bottle I drink out of.
Oh. No. Just use like a glass or something.
I don't
something that's not moldy.
I only have like small mugs instead of like big glasses, right? So I'm gonna use my water bottle instead. I get too lazy to wash it, so it's just gross.
What if Tomo had a merch line of water cup for you, where you have to like bend it at the neck, so you're like almost decapitating yourselves to drink water?
Oh no! Would it not be fazed by that? No, if it was any of my gen mates, I'd feel bad. Be like, okay, now I have to stay hydrated. But yes, it's like hydration and food's the best.
Yeah, just drink some water.
Oh no, it's a hydrate.
What?
Oh
did
no.
someone try to use their hydration redeem?
They did. Oh, what a shame. I actually have water on my desk this time too. Drink up. It's time to drink.
Yes. I like how you can see me drinking with this bottle. It's kind of funny.
It's you. I love that.
Yeah, the mouth track is really good.
I know when I eat, my tracking picks that up too. You can see me chewing.
And none of your redeems that shouldn't be on at all. Now I was going to make you drop your gun, and I had no idea what it would do.
No, those are for my FPS games. I turn them on, and then my gun will drop in the middle of a fight, and then I just die.
Ben muted to do vocal exercises.
Ben,
you need to. Ben got a model recently, a new model, right? I think I saw something about that. Good, it's good.
It is. Oh my god, I love it so much. He's so handsome. Oh my god. Oh my god, what were we talking about again?
We're talking about you need to drink and eat food. But I think we did all of that.
Yeah, we did talk about that for a good while. Let's see what's next. So, how long would you say that you spend working on VTuber related things on and off stream?
I luckily don't have a job outside of streaming, but I'm either doing VTuber stuff or like streaming or something off stream for like making TikToks, or I'm resting. It's really those three things, which is probably not long-term good, but like I'm fine for now with that because where I'm living alone, it's fine. But that's also why a lot of people will get managers or something, because they're not able to do that, doing like 3 people's worth of stuff. Yeah. I'm at a financial point where I live alone. I pay for my own rent, but I don't have work outside of streaming. So I'm either doing something related to streaming, or am resting. Sleeping. It's real like
Definitely
3 things.
sleep. Oh my god.
Yeah, like I make sure I rest properly and stuff, but like I don't it's only stuff I don't play games outside of streaming. And I do watch anime and stuff outside of streaming, but like, so anime and like YouTube something, and the thing is, the reason I would say it was not as much time as outside of streaming thing, because I consider like interacting and networking a big part of something very important for a lot of streamers. Yeah, because like going into someone's stream and like just interacting in their way, you can like don't treat too much like as a job, but like it helps a lot to network and stuff, and that does take a lot of time. So a lot of my time, that if I were to not network at all, I'd probably have a lot of free time. But I'm basically like doing that a bunch after I streaming. So yeah, it takes. I don't have a life outside of it pretty much.
Do you have any suggestions for people who have a difficult time networking with people, like if they're too shy or don't know how to do it?
If they're too shy, just stop being too shy. I don't know. Like realistically, like you don't have to worry about, no matter, for most people, most sizes, most YouTubers are really down to just hang out and do stuff. And if you want to, like, honestly, I think that's still the case. No, it definitely is. One of the best places to network currently is TikTok. Even if TikTok has been kind of shit for general growth lately, it's still really good for networking, because you will follow someone because you like their content, and you won't at the time see what size they are, and they will follow you because if they look at your content and it's actual content. Unlike Twitter's not real content. It's real. Twitter's, you could, for networking too, but like, yeah, just network for TikTok. It's really the best way to do it right now for efficiency wise. TikTok's still pretty good. Like I've basically gotten friends with fairly big people for that way, and they just, because they'll see they got followed by a VTuber and check them out and be like, oh, I actually like you, and then you go from TikTok, and then if you become mutual on TikTok, then you can try following them on Twitter and see if that, because if you can get off of TikTok, then like you become, Twitter is like where the real mutuals are. It's like, that's why it's like the networking place still, because like it feels more real when it's on Twitter.
Yeah, our friendship is fake if it's on TikTok.
Yeah. It's like the confirming your friendship essentially. Mm-hmm. And then you fall, like what I do is if I like someone, like if I like someone's content on TikTok and they're a YouTuber, I'll follow them. And then if I become mutual with them because they follow me back, I'll go check out their Twitch, and then I get to see if I really properly like their content, because I won't always do that. Or I was like, oh, their Twitch content is actually kind of like not good. So I'll quietly not continue that line of that. But if I do like it, I'll follow their Twitch and Twitter, and then you can probably start interacting with them after that. And that's really all there is to it. And that's how I'll be a viewer that's right into other streams, and sometimes be shouted out by the bots because I have spies everywhere apparently. I'm like, I wasn't a person to raid you. Why are you shouting me out?
You know, it's because we just love your presence so much. That's why. Like, oh my god, it's not, you know, he's so cool. He's so cool. We gotta, you know.
Yeah, I've also done well, I guess less so networking, but like something that helps with it though is having strong branding, which I don't think your guys aren't. I think your names are the same everywhere, right? I think you're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. But you'll see people that their names are different every platform, and that becomes hard to network sometimes because people won't know who you are, or they it's just slightly less good. But that long, yeah, branding, having strong branding with everything being same name. If you have to add VT to make that so, just do it. But just keep the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have some sort of visual thing. It's
having
aesthetic.
a strong character design helps. for sure with
Yeah.
people recognizing you.
Yeah.
There's some. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I would say, like with the character design, you don't need to pay for a live theme model, but I think it's worth paying for a good character design.
Mm-hmm.
Like ref sheet, but like that matters. Look at this. The size is what?
What?
Talking about the boobs.
Oh god. I don't know about that one. I'm just gonna.
There's an audience. Oh man, I should. Wait, hold on. No, I totally can. Yeah. Here, you want booba, guy? Sure, I can give you booba. Hold on.
What?
Let me just.
How's this one gonna work?
It's fine. If I go on the right one, it's fine.
Oh,
wrong one. No. Wrong one. Wrong one. It's the other one. Where's my other wiggly?
wow, so
Where's
wiggly.
my other wiggle? Oh, here. This is one. Yeah, here. So, you'll have the. Here we go.
Oh.
Here you go.
Hello there. Yeah, I can't do that.
Would you like to grab my wallet?
Oh, yeah. Let me just. Oh. Hey, can I steal that from you?
This model, by the way, all it does is it wiggles. It's just a PNG that wiggles. It's fantastic. It's technically face tracked, but like it just wiggles madly.
Oh my god, I love it so much. It's so funny. You know, the spoon really makes it pop.
Wait, how is that not? Oh, you did use it. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god, I'm so distracted by it. Holy shit. Cannot concentrate. No bones.
Sorry. No bones, exactly.
Also, thank you for the follow, Kings.
Yes, PR design.
Oh, truly is. Oh my god. But yeah, there's...
Character design is something that you can be a bad artist and be good at it, and you can be a good artist and bad at it. It's just a different skill.
Mm-hmm.
Just pay. You can pay some for character design.
Oh man. That was an experience. That truly was an experience. But yeah, oh my god. Sometimes I feel like having a good design is better than having like a full model. Like I know that you can have default ones that you can adjust yourself, but
you can just go to there's VTuber Kit, honestly, but which is free and pretty solid. I don't know if you've seen VTuber Kit. It doesn't work for dudes, and you'll fit right in because every one of the VTuber Kit models they're all Patan. They're all.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'll fit right in. Yeah, really strong right there.
No, really, I noticed that when I was looking. I was like, oh, they're all this washboards on the VTuber Kit. I'm like, they're cute, but I was like, it was just interesting. And when I noticed, I was like, okay. It's a good piece of software though it's a good piece of software for it's because it's free. They need to get an artist or to add male options, but that's how it always is. The majority of the software or tools and stuff is usually all the assets are made for like people want to have the waifus.
I feel like PNGs work pretty well too.
Yeah, you can do PNGs. You can have there is oh gosh, what's that PNG program that's I'm blanking on the name of it.
I don't know.
There's a couple of PNG. There's a couple of good PNG programs you can use, but really, so you could just get a character design you can use as a PNG, and you probably do better than like just having a generic looking cat boy number 22, honestly, or cat girl number 36, you know.
Lots of cat girls out there.
There's a lot you can do. You can do cat girl designs, kind of like how you've done it. But like, you do know what I'm talking about. It's like, we're like the only thing going on design was like, okay, we got cat.
And just cat, that's it.
Yeah, like so you have your almost magical girl-esque bow on your bell there. But like, there's legitimately some designers like, I don't want to call them lazy, but they're definitely lazy.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. Chibi VTubers. I mean, chibi model's also a good option. My chibi here was like 500 with fully rigged, like drawn and rigged, which is really cheap.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. She raised the prices now, but even with her to raise prices, it's still. That's just me adding on stuff. I think you can get it like for like five-ish hundred if you were to not have all the toggles I had, because I basically maxed out the model. But if you were just to have a more bare bones thing, and it'd still be rigged just as well.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah, that like chibis. I don't know why people charge less for them, but it's still the same amount of work. I don't get why. If whatever, chibis just.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
They're always cheaper.
Yeah.
It's by rule. Oh, thank you for the headpads. Thank you.
Love the headpads. But yeah, chibis also stand out too, so I feel like it's a really good investment.
Yeah, they're good. Oh, I see. I see who's a deer high egg.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, chibis, or you can just not get it, or you can just get something from get a pre-made model.
Yeah.
It's from like the Doppels or whatever.
Oh, shit. I forgot the website, but there's some pre-made models that you can get for like $10 that look really, really good. And man.
It's there's, I mean, Pixiv has their I don't know what Pixiv is. What's their site called? But Pixiv has their site I'm blanking on the name of. But yeah, there's this place you can get pre-made models for pretty not expensive. Then you just debut a real fan. No, it's not fan box. I don't remember what it's called.
I think I was just on it earlier today too. Ugh,
Yeah.
my brain. All mush.
It's fine.
But yeah, you definitely do not need to spend a lot of money to be a VTuber, especially when you're first starting out. Just start streaming. Get the streaming experience.
Yeah, just start streaming. It really, the time difference. No, unless you think you can. There is something to be said of the first impressions. There's something to be said about that. But the thing with the VTuber community, we've established re-debuts and debuts not after you start streaming, and those are kind of marketing tools are just as good as first impressions. So you can just, it's fine. Just start making stuff. You need to know if you like it in the first place, anyways.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah. Yeah.
Oh shoot. Oh, I'm blanking out.
Boof. I found it. It's Boof. That's what it was. Boof is owned by Pixiv. There's another site that has it as well, but Boof has a lot of assets as well. How do you feel when no one's there yet? See, what you do is you network first for like a couple weeks. When we say start making content, we don't necessarily mean start streaming. You can start on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff. But like start doing something. Don't you can kind of don't be a V-tweeter for like a year, but like get people to know you're live, interact with people. Yes, market a little bit. Yes, market.
Also, thank you for the posture check. Gotta sit up.
Posture's good. I'll fix my foot too. Here.
Ooh, get up.
Like there's all sorts of like advanced things you can do, but really, market yourself a little bit before you start streaming, because there's quite honestly very little value to streaming to 0 viewers. Twitch doesn't actually put you on recommended when you're at that point. But you can grow on other platforms until you get to a certain point. And eventually you can start growing directly for Twitch. And there's like grades. Mm-hmm. And if you have a debut, you mark it. And people love rating into debuts. We got the hate pits.
Love the head pads.
Here.
Oh no, it's gone.
It's fine.
Oh, rip. Googly eyes will forever be one of the best ones. Oh my god, the cat ears. Oh my god, cat stream?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have the cat. Yeah. We also have I do have a tail. Do you have a tail?
I do. It's just a little hidden.
Oh, it's way down. It's way down there. I see it now.
Can I bring it up? Oh no, that's the wrong one. Oh, there you go.
My tail moves more when I move my head. It wags more. It gets really excited. It feels like you're describing. I mean, yes, yeah. So yes, VTubers are normal Twitch streamers. Actually, we're just content creators that use a VTuber model. Mm-hmm. But there's a difference between sometimes VTubers which will go very heavy on lore, but that's less of a thing in indie/smaller companies. In general, the only ones who go really high on the lore is like the idol side of Japan. Of like they're playing a some of those like in Japan they play a character full up compared to like being himself. It's English community just doesn't do it as much. It was like we're like, bro, we have our lore and it's cool, but yeah, the kayfabe or kayfabe, however you say it. I think it's kayfabe. Yeah, like wrestling. Yes. It's a thing. You can have it. Like,
yeah.
Some of them do it more than others.
Or
although I will. One of the Hall Stars boys I know semi personally doesn't do it. He's mostly used himself outside of his manager. Really wants him to pretend he doesn't know how to use Twitter, which is hilarious. But you know, whatever. Because I know this guy from before. You see ND. It's like whatever.
Whatever.
Did
we already?
Yeah. There's.
Ooh.
Yeah. You go.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, did we already mention like how you found out what type of content you wanted to do?
We had not, but I pretty much knew what I wanted to do from the beginning. Like, although I have other type of content I want to do, I wanted to do cooking. I've tried to cooking streams. They're really hard. I want to do cooking streams. They're just really hard to not like immediately dox yourself, and to set for them is kind of hard. Because there's a lot. Yeah, I have reflections in my T, but actually I have my T set up to my left when I'm doing it. So the reflections, it works. I have a good set for my T, and I'm able to do my T at my desk. It's close. The setup for it is close, but like I have a lav mic and stuff. Like I have stuff you need for cooking. It's just a hard setup.
I see.
And yeah.
Were there any other things that you tried out other than the cooking that didn't really, I guess, work?
I used to do art streams, like doodles. Like I'm not much of an artist, but I did like, you know, chatting and drawing. But the weird thing though is, which I guess it can go for artists as well, which is hard. It's easier for a streamer to learn how to draw streaming than it is for an artist to learn how to stream while drawing. Because for me, I was able to just keep talking while I was drawing. And the only reason I don't do it anymore is because it's just easier just to play games. It is fun though. What do you do? I played also a lot of RPGs. I did stuff like Earthbound. I did stuff like Tales of Phonia. I did played a lot of RPGs. Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, stuff like that.
Oh, I love Harvest Moon.
Okay, you might love Harvest Moon, but like Harvest Moon is one of the games where I had a 24-hour stream of, which it was a hard game to do a 24-hour stream of.
Oh no!
Because it got kind of like, man, I'm getting sleepy.
Oh no! 24-hour Harvest Moon. I think the longest I've ever played that in one sitting is like maybe like 5-6 hours.
Oh yeah, no, it was like I did it again with Hearthstone Another Wonderful Life, which is the scuffed version of Another Wonderful Life, where you play as a girl. And I was just like, I started to get bored towards the end of it.
Oh no!
The thing is for those is, it just turns to a chatting stream. So it doesn't really matter. Realistically, it doesn't matter what I'm playing as far as games.
Mm.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter because you can play. If you do it as a chatting stream, because I think of content as different ways to have chatting streams.
I see.
Which T is good for that, and then like Genshin has a good audience for me, but they end up I just chat. It's just different ways that think topics to talk about. Like there's the pre-made Genshin topics essentially what's happening, but like it's just chatting at different ways of pretending that it's not just a chatting stream.
Would you say that's the Twitch meta right now?
It has been for a while, I think. Honestly, you could do stuff where, oh my god, there's some interesting. Because I have interesting insight into some corpos where their managers are like, "Don't talk to your chat." I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
there's some interesting ideas that some of these people have out there, and then also I'm like, this is why no one wants to watch you.
Oh no! But yeah, I feel like one of the main reasons why so many people go to like smaller streamers is so that they can chat with them, right?
Yeah. It really goes to when you're small up to like medium and large, interaction is a very big part of it, and then once you get to when you get large, you can still do chatting, but it's more like chatting to a swarm of like rats or something. Because you'll say something and you'll get like a flood of responses and you'll pick one of them out. I only had a few times where it's gone that active, but like, you're talking to a swarm. And that's the point when you start allowing or figuring out how to do, if you know, like on YouTube, they have like super chat rating streams similar. That's where you start monetizing direct interactions with you. But when you're small, you don't monetize direct interactions because you want someone to talk. But then when you're really big, you monetize it so like you could sort through it.
Yeah.
But you always want to, interaction is good. You have to change how you interact, but you need, yeah. Now there are people there's people who don't talk to their chat at all and they have like hundreds of viewers, but they're probably a lot more talented than most of us are if they're doing that. It's a different thing.
Yeah. No.
Well, it's the best, like, they're like, oh, here's the best like PS player in the world. Yeah, people are just gonna watch them because that about them talking is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I feel like pro players are kind of boring to watch. They never talk. They never talk.
Yeah.
Like,
that's just why it's harder to play while you're talking, which is why there's like an inherent debuff of almost anything you do on stream until you get really good at it, and then it doesn't matter. But generally, there is a streamer debuff. That's just why it's a thing. It's really hard to do stuff. Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, it really depends. It really depends.
Yeah.
It did.
They do take a good amount of concentration to actually play well, and if you're in a super competitive game and you lose like even a second of your concentration, then you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable, but at that point, I think it makes more sense instead of having, because it's the way the real people do it at esports is you could have the player stream it themselves as well, but then you have the commentators talking over them.
Yeah, casters.
That's what the casters are for.
Yeah. I love seeing like tournaments, right? But the streams themselves sometimes are just, well,
the casters are like they're the ones that get to do the chatting, talking over, because the professional pew people have to concentrate. They make art in the gameplay, Oh. It's just, I don't know. People, I think at the time, yeah. That's also why I said you have to figure out what works for you for like games, because it doesn't really matter what game you're playing for most part. Outside of there's several types of different type of content. You could do stuff like, I have a friend who's gone in really into ASMR, and she wants to do other type of content, but she likes it enough. It's like, and she gets like insane views on it. But it's just like find different games, and they're all, at the end of the day, when you boil them down, they're similar to what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you enjoy it, just try and see what works. And the reason, that's why everyone played, that's why Minecraft was popular. I think it still is. It's because there's not inherently anything in Minecraft. It's literally you walking around and chatting. That's why Minecraft was the streaming content creation game, because it's perfect for it. Genshin is actually surprisingly optimized for streaming as well, which is why it was so popular for quite a few of us. It has like the right balance of like content slowly coming out, and also really good art. But
Genshin's a great game.
Otherwise, yeah.
Minus the gacha.
Minecraft is popular because it attracts kids. It's not. You have to realize that a lot of us played it when we were kids. Now we're adults. I played it when I was a child. The game is old.
That's true. That's true. I can't really think of any Minecraft streamers right now that haven't like moved on to other content.
Because it's boring if you keep doing it. It's fair. You can do it. It depends on how good at you're making something out of nothing. Because inherently Minecraft doesn't have a ton to work with, but this is a lot of freedom.
That's
if
true.
you have a group of friends that are just, have fun literally in a voice call, Minecraft's probably good for them. And it has an audience because people like watching Minecraft.
Yeah.
But
Can't really commentate too much on it because I've never played Minecraft until like last week.
The anniversary collab. Yeah. The weird thing to me is Minecraft hasn't changed in like a decade in enough ways to matter. Like it's improved. It's better. But there's not enough to like, oh, I haven't done everything already. It's definitely a better game, but it's now basically caught up to what mods were.
I see.
Our mod playing that hasn't changed that much. Yeah. It really does. Like, unlike Clip Studio Paint, it has stayed a staying power. just waiting for all the artists to die inside is fine. Or do you not see it news?
Huh? What? Sorry. I like blinked out for a solid 10 seconds because I was looking at a different screen. I was like, what's going on?
I said unlike Clip Studio Paint, it has staying power.
Oh no, Clip Studio. Oh, it's taking the Photoshop route. No one likes Photoshop because of the monthly subscriptions, and it's just overall not great for painting, right?
The thing that sucks is Clip Studio Paint's the only other program besides Photoshop that exports PSDs properly for live stream models.
It's so unfortunate.
So I guess you could like export. You can put up some file, and you can resave your PSD in Clip Studio Paint 1.0 that you'll never get rid of. I guess it's dumb.
It really is. It's.
How about that? How about SciTools, yo? SciTools so good.
Sci? Oh my god, that's another program to learn. Let's go.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. There's always, in every community, including the VTuber community, there's always going to be good the open source community is always there for you. Krita is actually really good. It's constantly better. I think at this point, there's going to be a lot more donations going into Krita. And Krita, it wouldn't surprise me if very soon it's able to export PSDs. Oh, am I alone? I heard a voice, someone leave. Oh, that was Kuro leaving the voice call. I'm like, I just heard someone leaving. It's like, did Claudia leave me alone?
Yeah, you're just here. Hosting the stream by yourself. That's cool.
But yeah. No, like you can clips. I could see Krita having like a good PSD exploring to it, and there's good open source or free VTuber stuff as well.
I know Procreate is really popular too.
Procreate is iPad only though, right?
Yeah,
or iOS
it is.
rather.
It is.
It's a good program, sure. Yes. But if you have an iPad, or you hate yourself enough to draw on an iPhone. Can you even use a stylus on iPhone? I don't know.
I don't think they have any for iPhone.
You can use one of the capacitive ones. I don't think they have the real Apple Pencils on there. Yeah.
Oh, stylus on iPad. I mean iPhone.
Yeah,
that sounds horrible.
The good thing is for that, like, there's the open source community is still going strong, and that will always be an option. That's the only reason that the Adobe Formula is not going to take over completely, because there's that. Like, OBS is open source. That's the thing we all use to stream with.
Yeah.
Now, there's always going to be dirty people to try to repackage open source stuff like Streamlabs, but open source community is there for us. Definitely will at some point. Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, a donathon for right now. I don't need to be an artist to do a donathon for Krita, because that's the thing you can do. It'd be such good timing.
And readjust.
Not gonna be. Yeah. It won't be me, because I'm not an artist, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do that. But like, someone needs to do it.
I don't know too much about Krita, so
it's pretty good. I used it in the past. It's probably what most people are switched to, that or SciTools, but SciTools is not free, but it's one-time purchase. Or Sci. At least I don't think Sci is free. I think it's like $60.
No, I think it costs money. Yeah, Paint with Sci. And for the programs I've used, I've only pretty much used Photoshop for art. And I'm learning Clip Studio because my school paid for Photoshop for the longest time.
Yeah. Now you learn another tool. Yay.
Yay.
Oh, you can't just keep using 1.0 Clip Studio, but like.
Not exactly ideal.
Pain.
It really is.
I just feel bad for the people that paid for all those Clip Studio Paint points, whatever.
Oh.
So I never was like, I'm not buying any of those. I have the program. Yeah, is there anything else? Let me see. I mean, feel like you have other stuff you want to ask me on your list.
Yeah. So now I can move on to the topic of what it's like being a male VTuber. Do you feel like your experience as a male VTuber is different from your counterpart?
In a couple. Okay, it matters. It matters and it doesn't matter. Now, if you're only worried about having 2 to 3, maybe up to like upwards of 10 viewers, it's really hard. Okay, it's not really. It's harder to have a fully dead chat as like if you're just a cute girl anime VTuber or whatever. It's harder, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because that's not. Once it gets to the higher end, it's completely even. So you have the degenerates that aren't necessarily here the ones you want chatting anyways. They'll go into the very low viewers for the cute girls, but I don't think that really helps anyways. But that's also something that definitely happens. But then I've higher end when you're making enough money to pay for your rent, when you're successful and you get partner. It's, well, first of all, the higher end, the most large chunk of the successful streamers, which VTubers generally just kind of are dudes anyways.
Yeah.
Or even if you just look over anyone that can get partner, like average of like, let's say average like 80 or higher, it's pretty much even across the board. It's not really a benefit or a downside. The only thing I will notice is majority of the male VTubers I see that get to a reasonable success rate of like not necessarily successful enough to do to rent, but like I'll say like 20, 30 plus average. It's everyone who put a serious effort into getting good character design, and they're not just like Catboy or something really thing. Like they definitely have tried.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the dudes thought it was gonna be more lopsided than it was. Like I thought it was gonna be really, really bad. Where like, oh no, you have to like really, really. No, I think it's more even than that. But we all just went real high effort on everything.
So your perspective has changed since you first started?
Yeah, it doesn't. I've seen more. It's like, oh, you could have. Well, I was kind of forced to go through it anyways. I paid for a full life 3D model from the get-go, and it wasn't done. I did a PNG streaming route, and then I did 3D streaming for a while. So I went through the whole like suggested sort of route accidentally because my stuff was delayed, and it really didn't make a difference. It like you don't need to do more than anyone else. People just want people to entertaining. Otherwise, you'll find your audience is out there. It's just. And if you do well or not, it's not the fact if you're a dude or a girl. It doesn't matter. Or if anything, again, majority of the top streamers are all dudes. We have Iron Mouse, sure, but like, and there's a few others, but like, historically, even if there's a lot of YouTubers, a lot less dude YouTubers, overall, it's still majority of, that's just how it is currently. But like, I don't think it matters.
Just be entertaining. Just talk.
You do see sometimes you feel bad. It's like, oh, like every so often someone he's like, oh no, it's streaming's not for everyone. And you'll see someone who's like, oh, is this really not for this person? They're still trying. It's like, I'll just wish them the best. It's like, some people are just like, oh, you're sitting at that one viewer for a year. And I'm like, and they're just legitimately not entertaining. I kind of feel bad for them.
Yeah, I've definitely had friends that have struggled with growing on Twitch, but they also don't talk. So please, guys, even if you have zero viewers,
it's like, it's like radio. You need to be. I especially if my endurance streams when I do like 24-hour or whatever, there's gonna be dead chats during that time. You have to. Ideally, you want to constantly be talking. It's like radio. I do have some times where I'm not talking if I'm really focusing. Oh, I'm doing Abyss and Genshin. But like, that's understandable. You're like focused for like 30 seconds. And I go into a lot of times these people's things and you scrub for their VoDs because they followed me and all I want to see they're good. Like, I can't find your voice. I love for me. I think a lot of people's preference for finding streamers is first thing is like, do I like your voice? So, oh yes, get a good first upgrade. Get a good mic. Your video can probably be crap. Get a good mic. By good, it can be like $80, but that's still good. To make it needs to not sound like a tin can. Yeah, people really are particular about voices. Everything else is secondary. Which is how no cam streaming is a thing. But
are you saying I shouldn't use my webcam mic? So crispy though. I mean,
it's okay. Crispy. It's a filter, anyways. Or actually, do you have an actual? Is it from your webcam? Actually,
from my webcam mic.
You know, I wonder, because I'm don't do it because it would be here to fun and redeem. I bet with good filters, you could make it sound good.
Really?
You're not gonna use yeah. Have you ever heavily filtered your stuff? I mean, it would be a lot of work. You could switch your Discord mic over to it, but like, it would be a lot of work for you to switch both over. I'll just redeem your webcam mic some other time when I buy your stream. Is fine.
Another time, yeah. It's. I mean, I turned it off today because I don't want the crunch.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a little awkward to switch it over for Discord and then switch because you probably have a button to press on for the stream, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a lot easier on stream.
Yeah. And there's always stuff you can automate. Oh, I guess that's the good thing is if you can have redeems that are automated with like stuff like BTS React and stuff, which by the way, free, it's not open source, but free. There's a lot of good free things. have automated redeems. Have less things for you to do. You don't like. There's so much you can do with streaming and be creative, and not all of it just has to be more work for you. It might be work up front, but like
at the end of the day, it'll make it easier in the long run.
Yeah. Just talk. Just learn to talk. It's also not for everyone, but like that's also why you should just start streaming, because some people will do it and just not like it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You can also get a VTuber model and not be a VTuber, or you can also do non-streaming content.
That's true too.
Just
edited videos only.
Yeah, I have one of my VTuber siblings does that. He also has quite literally the worst idea of how to ever use Twitter, ever. But
I need some elaboration.
He got on his initial Twitter introduction thing. He got 2 likes because no one saw it because the way he formatted it, no tags, and then the screenshot was bad. It's just like he doesn't know how to use Twitter, and then he just never used it after that.
Oh no!
I was like talking to him before. I was like, you have to like people to see you. Yeah.
Social media is definitely a big one.
Social media is, yeah. You don't have to use Twitter in a way for growth, because it doesn't actually help that much unless you really pop off. In general, it's for networking. I feel like it's now more like how. Wait, I feel like the topic is over already. It's now more like how to make. Oh, talk about what we're talking. Maybe. Sure.
Yeah, a bit. I mean, it all does intertwine with each other. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes I feel like gender doesn't really matter when it comes to streaming. Yeah, your audience will be different depending. Sometimes, but you just need to be entertaining.
I think it's the truth of this. I think it would be easier for me to network and find compatible audiences if I was gay, because I watch the cute girl streamers, but then their audience isn't necessarily bi audience. I'm like, dang, because I know like my gay VTuber friends, they will use your time for it, because like, we go over to that hot boy over there. Like another audience would be all the same anyways.
I see. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, but fine.
Yeah, it's sometimes finicky. It depends. It really depends on like who your mutuals are and what their audience is. Because if oh man, I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't right now. Blink bind. Yeah, we're just gonna go on.
It's fine. You just find. Well, you also don't be too stressed. Yeah. Oh yeah. The tags probably do help a bunch. Oh, so I got a distract. Speaking of distract. Oh, cool. Don't worry about it. It's like I get random DMs. It's fine. Look, a distraction.
Oh my.
Yeah, like you have the tags help a bunch. There's not necessarily tags for every sort of. There's not. I don't know. Like for me, it's my own problem figuring out of like who. I don't worry about too much, but yeah, really just interact with people. You won't necessarily mesh with every single person, but you know how your parents tell you to go touch grass? It's kind of the same thing with networking. You have to keep going out. You got to keep interacting with people until you find people you like get along with pretty well, and then those people will be the ones you do stuff with. But if you don't do that, you're not going to have as much people to work off of. And YouTubers are, more than any other content creator, are super in general willing to interact. No matter if you're a dude or like you're a girl or whatever, people just want to do stuff.
Yeah. Especially if your content's similar.
Yeah, people will see like, oh, you play Genshin. Let's be like, oh yeah, I don't care. We're like a Uber partner or whatever. Yeah, well, let's do stuff. Or even if not doing stuff, we can just hang out, talk, whatever. You know, just or maybe they'll raid you or something. It's YouTubers are very down, especially like, oh, you also play horror games or whatever. People, I mean, it's also how general that stuff is, but it doesn't matter. That none of that stuff is gender. There'll be dudes will interact more or dudes more often or otherwise, but it doesn't. And it's just it doesn't matter. The content is what matters in the day, and anyone can make content. Well, in theory, some people just won't be their thing. You can even you can even stream without voice or as mute mic, like Sintatra, whatever her name is. Actually, I think she uses voice to text. Yeah. I think she uses voice to text to. Text doesn't matter.
Speech. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that without. There's some mute streamers as well. There's something similar. Just do it. Don't worry about. Oh, I'm a dude. Just or whatever. Just make your stuff. It'll be either you will do it and it'll go well, or you won't like it and you can stop in like a month or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. I guess you would just need to find like the right kind of audience.
Yeah. Your audience is out there somewhere, probably.
Somewhere.
Branding is important, though. Yeah, branding. Well, that's getting your audience, finding audience. That's what like TikTok and YouTube are for. Because Twitch initially does not have good discoverability. It does after even like Twitch still considers me a small community. By the way, I still get shown into small community because 4,000 is apparently a small community. I think for them, everything under partner is small, which honestly makes sense.
Yeah.
How much time is best? It depends on the person. It depends on the person.
I know some people really like editing their videos and will focus a lot on that and not as much on streaming every day or often.
Yeah, what I will say, streaming 7 days a week is not as good as doing like 3 days a week and then like one video a week. Although being regularly streaming consistent is good. Being consistent is good, but like having Twitch stuff is very important.
Yeah.
Not that it's required, but like sometimes people pop off. You can at least try. It's like I have one of my friends got partner literally from TikTok, and now she's averaging like 200 plus. Like
that's great.
She was like averaging like 20 or 30, and she blew up on TikTok now. And she got partner, so she's like averaging 200, 300.
That's
it's like
crazy. That's actually so insane.
Yeah, like it's weird because like I know all these people who's like been interacting for over a year. Like just interact with people. You'll find some people become cool, and then maybe they'll help you out later. You know, don't do it for clout chasing reason, but like your small friends, some of them will become big, and then you'll help each other out. That's how it be. And when you come big, you can help your small friends out.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And then you send them to the salt mines to pay off their debts.
I know some people like really despise TikTok, but I don't know. I feel like it's a very good platform.
Good. It's good. No, TikTok's at least it's worth doing. I don't. You could currently just use YouTube Shorts. Honestly, the current meta, I think you could just go straight to YouTube Shorts.
Also, welcome in, readers. Hello, Jermaine.
Oh my God! I got you, Raiders.
Oh.
Hello, Raiders.
Oh my God! Right now we're doing an interview. Fuck, I can't speak. Let's die over here talking about, oh my God, becoming a VTuber and finding your niche. Oh, look, it's Mini You. Oh, don't mind the clipping.
Yeah, it's fine.
How you doing over there? You having fun? Need some help?
It's been great.
Oh shit, I forgot about it. I forgot about the bald head and got so surprised. Oh my God. Gorgeous. Oh.
I'll put my hair back on. I'll put the googly on.
Oh, oh no! It just slowly got more cursed and then back to normal. I mean, semi-normal.
Oh yeah. Oh, I should put my tongue out. I should just blep.
Oh, perfect. You know, you truly do look like a cat. It's perfect. It's perfect. Anyways, we are reaching the end here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you have any final?
Yeah.
Oh, you're playing Omori. Nice. Omori's a good game.
Fun. I've never touched it or seen any gameplay of it.
You should play Omori. Omori's good.
Right? Is it?
There's some games that are evergreen. Like there's good audience for them. Omori's one of those. Definitely. People always like watching people play Omori. The art styles there. As an artist, you'll probably really like Omori's art style.
I see. I do like art. If it's pretty, I'll play it.
It's a very nice. I want to call it like colored pencil. It's you'll see it when you get it. It's a good art style.
Alrighty. Now for the ending. Let's go. Let's get it. Anyways, do you have any goals for the future? For VTubing?
I have a couple. Here, let me take my tongue off for this. I do have here. I have like cheek buff and like tongue tracking, but anyways, no, I have some goals. Like my current immediate thing is I'm trying to get over to Japan because I want to be able to. Well, I want to get out of this damn country, but I want to be able to do more tea industry stuff. And in Japan, it's the second best place for the tea industry, where China would be probably the best, but then I'd lived in China, so I'll go to the second best of Japan. Japan also has benefits, some weeb stuff, which is not why I would go there, but like, there's a lot of positives to going to Japan.
No shame in saying it's only for weeb stuff.
It's not just, but it's here. Well, that's one of the positives. It's one of the positives because then you have they're really early, and you can always fly out to China and like go to Yuan, you go to Wui, and there's not really any benefit because you still have China is so big unless you lived. I don't know if they had good enough internet where I'd want to be for the tea in China, where Japan there totally is, and I definitely will at some point fly out to like some like tea plant, whatever I'm gonna call them, the tea places in China. But I don't need to live there for that because Japan's pretty close. They have good internet, but do they have good internet where their tea is like is at? And how hard is it to get there? Because it's often really rural areas. Even that being true, I still don't want to live in China. It's fine. It's not exactly my first choice.
It's just.
Oh yeah, no. I count. So yeah. I wouldn't be able to stream on. Isn't Twitch banned in China?
Is it?
I think. Yeah, I think so.
I think
there's a bunch.
I thought YouTube was.
Maybe YouTube. I don't. Yeah, I think both actually.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
Any other specific goals you have in mind? Anything you want to do for content creation other than for tea? Ooh.
There's your timer. I have like various goals of once I'm there. Like I would love to open like a little shop. I love to open a little like a shop to eventually, sell like I could sell like tea for like a tea shop. I could sell merch for there and stuff. I would probably want someone else handling it because I don't think I ever want to handle my own merch because it's just really way too much work. But you could if you get big enough where you can basically employ people to do that, you could sell other VTubers stuff. Like imagine like a tea shop, a little tea house or whatever. You can go in, you got some tea. There'd be like some various VTubers, merchandise you can buy and chill. Something like that'd be kind of cool.
I see.
Get some.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, for tonight's stream. Just want to say a quick happy birthday to you, though. Happy birthday!
Oh yes. Oh yes, it is. It is. Is it midnight where you are at?
No, it's not, but it's close enough.
Oh.
So we'll say happy birthday, early happy birthday.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, I'll be doing my uncapped birthday subathon tomorrow.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Please check out DaiShima's channel for the stream.
I'll be streaming forever.
It's
just gonna be mostly Genshin. I've been just doing Genshin lately. It's gonna be mostly Genshin, but if I get to my Friday or Sunday, we'll do, because I am way too consistent. I will still do I'll still do the T streams on Friday and Sunday, even with a Durant stream. I've always done that with them. It's like, oh yeah, T's still at the same time, even there's just another stream. We'll just do T and go back to other stuff afterwards. Yeah. What? I don't know if you're the
tea. That's a lot of tea.
Yeah, I do it twice a week. It's just, good for leaders.
Good for leaders.
Yeah.
Yum yum, delicious.
A bunch of sips.
Is there any tea you recommend for me?
I think for your palate, you'd prefer tea blends and stuff. For stuff like if you're in the States, a Daigio and Davis tea are both good.
Mm.
But for plain teas, it's a little complicated for stuff. But you drink boba, you probably be more into tea blends.
I see.
Which is fine. There's something, the Earl Greys, the chocolate chips. I have a tea that kind of tastes like fruit, not Fruit Loops. Cap'n Crunch, I think it is, something like that. No Capitoli does.
I feel so trashed. I like plain teas too. I just drink a lot of boba because I get it for free.
Oh, well, if you like plain teas, it's generally you're not buying from a brand. You're just buying from tea shops that source it from various places.
Mm.
Yeah, majority of it for plain tea, majority of it being China. But if you have green tea, China, Japan's the green tea place. There is a few other countries that do teas, but it's majority just them.
It's China and Japan.
Yeah. Basically for tea, yeah. They're the big dogs for that.
Mm. I see.
Where Japan is almost exclusively green tea, but that's not. It's being less so, but they like green tea, which is what matcha is. Matcha is powdered, essentially very precisely ground up green tea, and specifically high quality ones.
Mm.
But yeah, it's green tea. But yeah.
I have green tea right next to me right now. Yeah, Arizona.
Arizona's good, but I would trust Arizona over going into a shop in the States.
Mm.
But it's just I don't trust most shops here to brew stuff correctly.
Gotta do it yourself.
Not like it. Yeah, you can do it yourself, but not that you can. It's not terribly hard to brew. It's just Arizona is not like the best tea ever, but because it's doing an industrial scale, they are gonna make it correctly because they do it like a science sort of because it's big science thing. Oolongs are good too. Oolong is complicated as it can be. It's basically a combination of a lot of processes in green tea and black tea, and it depends on if it's in between. Some of them are more green tea, some of them more black tea. But you can't really say one's one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that is everything here. That's how to become a streamer. That's crazy.
We talked about all sorts of stuff, but yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, it's tea talk, guys. Tea talk.
Was this your first time doing an interview?
Yes,
this is how they kind of go. Okay, yeah, that's how trying to interview people kind of goes. Unless you have bullet points and stick to them very consistently, it ends up just being like this. Which I figured when you didn't give me questions before, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like that, which is fine. I haven't been able to have one to end up just like this anyways. It's fine. It is something a chatting stream.
I mean, that's pretty much what interviews are. Sometimes they go off track and it's fine. I'll just go back, find my notes.
Yeah, exactly. It will.
Yes, I mean, I feel like back and forth, just questioning and answering. Sometimes it's just kind of bland.
Yeah. It's a thing you get better at.
But yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining the stream.
Well, yeah, and thank you for having me on. It was fun.
Yeah.
I was able to do something for at least a little while. I woke up, I think like an hour and a half before we started. That was great.
Oh, so fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go finish up stuff for tomorrow. Yay.
Yeah, you go do that. Go sleep. Go. Something.
Fine. Realistically, all I have to do to feel well is clean my kitchen, because you get that frame of mind of it being clean, it helps. But like, I'm good.
It's another day.
Anyways, well, thanks so much for being on. I guess you want to find someone to raid over to?
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions? I'd love.
Sure. I probably have like a crap ton of people on. Let me tell you. Who would be a good target for you?
Yes. Also, thank you, audience, for joining tonight. Yeah, and I hope you guys learned a lot, had some fun too. Ooh. Yeah, if you don't have anyone, I can choose.
Would you like to raid over to Uncapped Subathon? That's a B-boy who's on their second day.
Sure. Yeah. And send me the link.
Yeah, Oh, yeah,
Yum.
looks like they're using their. Oh, let's put it in the group chat there.
Copy and paste. Let's get it. Alright, guys. Let's go ahead and raid Honey. Oh my god, I can't read. Honey Mitsubachi. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and. Oh my god. The mini. I can never get over it. Oh my god.
Yeah, because I have a button to put my hand back down and up, and I can attach stuff to it. So I smothered me on there.
Oh my god, I do that too, but instead I have like a handgun for when I play FPS games.
It's supposed to be hand tracking. I have hand tracking in this model. I've just never set it up properly.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I just hand tracking so scuffed. I tried it. It's really bad.
Oh my.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the raid message. Yes, you can copy and paste it. Spam it. Oh yeah, I gotta love the spam. But anyways, thank you everyone for joining! Yay! Please go ahead and join DaiShima's stream tomorrow when he starts his subathon. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday. Yes. And I will see you again Wednesday, where I'll be having a collab with oh my god, some people from Share Yuri Productions. Anyways, bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye. Later.